Okay, in the last class, I was talking about transformation of roots. Okay, now what we learned in the last class. So suppose I have some equation. Suppose 2x. Sorry, there should not be any number. If there is, you have to divide. Suppose I have this equation. If you want to get an equation whose roots are double of this equation, that means if the roots of this equation are alpha, beta, gamma, you want to get an equation whose roots are 2 alpha, 2 beta, 2 gamma, then what you will do, you multiply this by 2, you multiply this by 2 square, you multiply this by 2 cube. This was the rule already explained in the last class. So this is a new equation whose roots are double that of the roots of the previous equation. So without actually knowing the roots, we can get the equation. Okay. So we have learned the transformation for multiplication. So now we do the next transformation. So transformation number 2. So what is the next transformation? So to transform an equation into one whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of the given equation. So that means we have already learned the transformation for multiplying the roots by some number. Now I want to transform an equation into one whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of the given equation. That means if my equation has roots alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, dot, 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 alpha n, and assuming that no alpha I is 0, because if alpha is 0, I cannot talk about the reciprocal, that will be infinity. Okay, so if all the roots are non-zero and they are alpha 1, alpha 2, dot, 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 alpha n, I want to get an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha 1, 1 by alpha 2, dot, 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 1 by alpha n. So let me write that. So let the given equation be equation B. So this time I will consider like this: a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2, and so on. The second last term is a n minus 1x plus last term is a n equals to 0. So suppose this is the given equation. Suppose this is the given equation. Last term is a n, okay? And let alpha 1, alpha 2, dot, 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 alpha n be its roots. Assuming alpha I is not 0 for all I, running from 1 increasing by 1 up to n. That means I'm assuming all the roots are non-zero, then only I will talk about the reciprocal roots. So what is my aim? My aim is this: to determine an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha 1, 1 by alpha 2, dot, 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 1 by alpha n. So this is my aim. Okay, I have to get an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha 1, 1 by alpha 2, dot, dot, 1 by alpha n. So this is my aim now. Now you see what I'll do. Let y equals to, you suppose y is 1 by alpha 1. Okay, so So from here, what will be alpha 1? It will be 1 by y. Now, as I had done in the last class, because alpha 1 is the root of this equation, alpha 1 will satisfy this. So if I call this equation 1, so since alpha 1 is a root of 1, therefore what I have, a0 alpha 1 to the power n, a1 alpha 1 to the power n minus 1, and so on. The second last term being a n minus 1 alpha, the last term being a n equals to 0. Because alpha 1 is a root of the equation number 1, it will satisfy it. Now what I will do, I will just put 1 by y in place of alpha 1. I'll put 1 by y in place of alpha 1. So now what we will do, we will just put 1 by y in place of alpha 1. So I'll write the same thing again, just replacing all the alpha 1 by y. So now what will happen, a0 alpha 1 was 1 by y whole to the power n plus a1 1 by y whole to the power n minus 1 plus dot dot dot. The second last term was this, a n minus 1 alpha plus last term was this equals to 0. So this is nothing but a0 by y to the power n, a1 by y to the power n minus 1 dot dot a n minus 1 by y plus a n equals to 0. Take the LCM, so LCM will be y to the power n. Right? So I'll remain here with a0. I'll remain here with a1 y because here there are n minus 1 y's and here it is n y. So 1 y is not there, so I will write here y, right? And so on. Here I will write y to the power n minus 1 and here I will write a to the n y to the power n. This goes there, or I'll write in this manner. That means a n y to the power n plus a n minus y whole to the power n minus 1 dot a1 y plus a naught equals to 0. This is the transformed equation. The transformed equation. So this is what our aim was. So this is my transformed equation. That means its roots are alpha 1, alpha 2, dot alpha n. So what exactly has happened, you see? What has happened here? All the coefficients have got reversed. You see, there it was a0, a1, dot an, and here it is an minus 1, dot a1, a0. So now I have got the idea how to obtain an equation whose roots are the reciprocal of the previous equation, just by rewriting the coefficient in the opposite direction, in the reverse manner. So suppose if I ask you, suppose question, find an equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of x to the power 4 plus 2x square minus x plus 7 equals to 0. Or suppose 5. Okay. So find an equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of this equation. So I have this equation. I want to get an equation whose roots are reciprocal of this equation. So let's write down the coefficient, the solution. So what are the coefficient? 5x to the power 4, x cube is not there, we write 0, x cube plus 2x square minus x plus 7 equals to 0. This is the given equation. The transformed equation will be what? The transformed equation of roots are reciprocal of this equation. You may write all those things. So will be just write down the coefficients in the reverse manner. That means 7, you write down 7. You either write y to the power 4 or x to the power 4. Both will be taken same, any variable. So y to the power 4. You might also write x, okay? Minus 1xy cube, right? Then plus 2y square, then 0y, then 5 equals to 0, or 7y to the power 4 minus y cube plus 2y square plus 5 equals to 0 is the answer. This equation will have roots reciprocal of this equation. Understood my point? Now you might argue with me that, sir, what if an is 0? If an is 0, then this will no more be a equation of degree n. It will be of degree n minus 1. It may so happen that an is 0. So then it will no more be a equation of degree n. Then what will happen? Okay, I have the guarantee that an is not 0. I have the guarantee that an is not 0. Why? Because if an is 0, so the last coefficient is 0, then you can take x common. X is there in every term. You can take x common, and hence 0 will be a root of this equation. But that is not the case, because I am assuming that none of the roots is 0. So if an is not there, that means if an is absent, its value is 0, then I will get 0 as its roots. But I am not considering that case, because I am assuming that none of the roots is 0. So an cannot be 0, keep that in mind. So you will get a transform equation of degree n only. It was of degree 4, I am getting a degree 4. Because if 7 was not there, I can take x common, and then 0 will be a root, and then I will not talk about the reciprocal roots. So now we have done two transformations. One, multiplying the roots by some number, and second transformation that what we have done is reciprocal roots, like reciprocating the roots. We will now go to the third type of transformation. So let me talk about the third type of transformation. So let alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n be the roots of the equation. With the roots of this equation, suppose same thing, a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1, and proceeding like this to the second last term and the last term. So suppose alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n be the roots of this equation. To find an equation, whose roots are diminished, or they are diminished by some number, that is, roots are alpha 1 minus h, alpha 2 minus h, alpha n minus h, where h is a constant. That means suppose the roots of the equation are given equation are alpha 1 alpha 2 dot 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 alpha n. I want to determine an equation whose roots are alpha 1 minus 5 alpha 2 minus 5 dot 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 alpha n minus 5. So in general I may take h to be anything, but it should be same for all the cases. Or if I want to get an equation whose roots are alpha 1 plus 3 alpha 2 plus 3 dot 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 alpha n plus 3. So in that case h is minus 3, so that will also cover that case when I am adding the roots by some number. So now I want to transform an equation whose roots are like I'm adding some constant to the roots, or I'm subtracting some constant from the roots. So I want to get this equation. So here I'll give you a rule basically, and then like here you don't have any formula. Like for multiplying the roots I gave you the formula, you multiply the coefficients by 1 then 2 then like m square dot m to the power n. For reciprocating you reverse the coefficient, but here you just understand the logic. So how do I start? So solution. So what I'll do, so as usual I will consider one of them as y. So suppose let y equals to alpha 1 minus h. Get the value of alpha 1. Alpha 1 is y plus h. Good enough. Alpha 1 is y plus h. Now since for the same reason, since alpha 1 is a root, alpha 1 is a root of say 1, I am calling this as 1. So what will happen? A0 alpha 1 to the power n plus a1 alpha 1 to the power n minus 1 an minus 1 alpha plus an equals to 0. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll put y plus h everywhere. an minus 1 y plus h plus this is the transform equation. Okay, this is the transform equation. That means I will have to open these brackets by using the formula or using the synthetic division. I'll teach you both the methods, and then I'll get a polynomial, and that will be the transform equation. So here there is no kind of formula, but you please remember the logic, what you have to do, just this way. Okay. So I'll just show you some examples now. Based on this one. So suppose this is the first question I'm asking you. And the first question that I'm asking you, find the equation whose roots are the roots of this equation. What is the equation given to us? X cube x cube plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 1 equals to 0. So you have to find the equation whose roots of this each increased by 1. That means you have to determine the equation whose roots are, like suppose if the roots of this equation are alpha, beta, gamma, you have to determine an equation whose roots are alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 and gamma plus 1. So how to start with the solution? So let alpha, beta, gamma be the roots of the given equation. To to determine an equation, to determine the equation whose roots are I'll write it here, alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 and gamma plus 1. So this is my target. So what I will do, as already said, I will assume y as one of them. Suppose y equals to alpha plus 1. From here what will be alpha? Alpha will be y minus 1. Right? So since alpha is a root of the given equation, therefore, so what was the given equation? It was x cube plus 3x square minus 8x plus 1. So because alpha is the root, so I have this. So what I'll get? Y minus 1 whole cube plus 3y minus 1 whole square minus 8y minus 1 plus 1 equals to 0. Now what you have to do, you cannot leave the answer here. You have to just open these brackets and give the answer. So for that, either you can use the expansion of this or you can use the synthetic division. But I will not ask you to apply the synthetic division because the power here is very small. If the power is 4 or 5, then you go for synthetic division. So here what I will do, I'll just open the bracket. You know the formula, a cube minus b cube minus 3ab in bracket a minus b, and then plus 3a square minus plus b square minus 2ab minus 8y plus 1 equals to 0. That means y cube minus 1 minus 3y square plus 3y square plus 3 minus 6y minus 8y plus 1 equals to 0. Now you have simplified. So y cube minus 3y square plus 3y square got cancelled, so there is no term containing y square. Then minus 6 minus 8 minus 14 plus 3 is minus 11y, and 1 minus 1 got cancelled. 3 plus 1 4. Hold on, I should get more numbers. 3, oh sorry, I made a mistake. 8 into 1 will be 8, no? So this will be 8y plus 8. 8y plus 8, yeah. So 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is 11 equals to 0. So this is your answer. So this is the equation of roots are alpha plus 1, beta plus 1 and gamma plus 1 if alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of the previous equation. If you have any confusion, any doubts, please ask. So this is the way to get an equation. Roots are either by adding some number or by subtracting some number. Okay. Now I will do another question, a similar kind. So suppose this is question number 2. Find an equation whose roots are the roots of this equation. What is the equation? X to the power 4 minus 8x square plus 8x plus 6 equals to 0. Each diminished by 2. So this is the next question that we will do. So I have to get an equation whose roots are the roots of the given equation diminished by 2. So if I call this equation 1, so if alpha, beta, gamma, delta are the roots of 1. Because it is of degree 4, it is going to have 4 roots. To determine an equation, whose roots are alpha minus 2, because each diminished by 2, so alpha minus 2, beta minus 2, gamma minus 2 and delta minus 2. Again the same concept, let y equals to alpha minus 2. You choose any one of them as y. So from here y will be equal to, so from here alpha will be equal to y plus 2. So alpha will be equal to y plus 2. What I'll do, in the given equation, I'll just put y plus 2 everywhere. In the given equation, I'll put y plus 2 everywhere. That means, because alpha is the root of this equation, so alpha will satisfy this. Okay, so since alpha is a root of 1, therefore alpha to the power 4 plus minus 8 alpha square plus 8 alpha plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so what I'll do, in place of alpha I'll put y plus 2 everywhere. I will just put y plus 2 everywhere in place of alpha. So therefore, what am I getting? So y plus 2, it was alpha to the power 4, so y plus 2 whole to the power 4 minus 8 alpha square, so y plus 2 whole to the power 2 plus 8 alpha plus 6 equals to 0. This was the thing, I guess. It was there. Right? Now you see, we have two options. One, you open these brackets, you use the formula for a plus b whole to the power 4 using the binomial expansion, and here a plus b whole square and so on, and simplify it. You can either do that or you can do using synthetic division. So I'll teach you using synthetic division. So if you are not comfortable with the synthetic division, please expand this using the formula for a plus b whole to the power 4. You know, 4c 0 and so on, right? 4c 0 x to the power n plus x to the power 4 plus 4c 1 x cube by 1 and so on. You can do that, or let me do it using the synthetic division. So how to do using the synthetic division? I want to express this in terms of y. That means I want to express this polynomial in terms of y minus 2. That means I'll put y minus 2 instead of y, and what will happen, you see, y minus 2 plus 2 will give it to me 0. I'll simply remain with y. So what is my aim? How can I remove this 2? By replacing y by y minus 2. I can convert this in terms of y by replacing y by y minus 2. So I'll use the synthetic division by dividing this by y minus 2. So you remember what to do? We write down the coefficient first. So the coefficient is 1, x cube is not there, so 0, x square is minus 8, and then 8 and then 6. And what we do, we'll divide by this equals to 0, that means I'll divide by 2 here. So if you remember the rule that we had done, so what we do, we copy the first thing and then multiply here and write here. Multiply here and write here. Multiply here and write here. And multiply here and write here. We do this. Then we repeat the process again and again, leaving the last one. That means I'll leave this, and then I'll do it. Just like this. So what we'll do now? Again the same process. We write the same thing here, copying this, and then 2 ones are right. So 2, add them. 2 this much, how much? So this will become 2 4s are 8. This. So what I'll do, I'll leave the last one. I'll leave the last one and then this. So what next? Again copy the same thing. 2 ones are 2. I've already taught you the synthetic division. This will become 16. Leave this. Next, 1 remains 1. 1 2 is the 2. This will become 8. We'll leave this and done. So remember what to do on this first thing you copy. So what to do? We'll write in this manner. That means if this is some equation 2, 2 is same as this. What? Write this in this way and by taking y. So y to the power 4 plus 8y cube plus 16y square plus 8y plus 6 equals to 0. And this is your transform equation. So you see, you can do it this way. Again, I'll repeat what I have done. So you have two options. One is using the binomial coefficients, binomial expansion. You use the binomial expansion here and just do it. Otherwise, what we will do is we'll see the use of synthetic division. How? I want to express this as a polynomial of y minus 2. Why y minus 2 I am choosing? Because when I put here y equals to y minus 2, if I put here y equals to y minus 2, so minus 2 plus 2 get cancels, I'll get a polynomial in y. How to do that? Using the synthetic division. I've written the coefficients. So 1, y plus 2 whole cube is not there, so 0, 1, 0, minus 8, 8, 6. I'm dividing by y minus 2, that means only write 2. If suppose I had this kind of equation, y minus 2 whole to the power 4 and so on, in that case, you have to replace y by y plus 2, right? And then you will divide by minus 2. And this way you will write the answer. I have already taught you this. Any confusion, any doubts? I'll just like to add something. Suppose you have some equation whose roots are suppose alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, or suppose I have an equation whose roots are alpha, beta, gamma. I want to get an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha plus 2, 1 by beta plus 2, 1 by gamma plus 2. What we will do? Can anybody tell me what to do? Okay, see here. So how will I go here? I'll first determine an equation whose roots are, yeah, you can do both ways. So what I'll do first, I'll get an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, 1 by gamma. How I can do that? This is very simple, just reciprocating the, oh sorry, I have to first get that one, no? So sorry, yeah. So what Gaurav said is correct. I'll first get an equation whose roots are alpha plus 2, beta plus 2 and gamma plus 2. Right? I will first get this. You have the process by taking y equals to any one of them. And once you get that equation, and then you just reciprocate or you just reverse the coefficients, you will get this. So this way you have to apply the logic, what to do, how to do. Okay. Similarly, if alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of some equation, you want to determine the equation whose roots are 2 by alpha minus 3, 2 by beta minus 3 and 2 by gamma minus 3. So what I will do again? First, what I will do, I will reciprocate the, sorry, I'll first find alpha minus 3, beta minus 3, gamma minus 3. So I'll first get an equation whose roots are this, that you can get. After that, you find an equation whose roots are reciprocal of this just by reversing the coefficients. And then I have to just multiplying the roots by 2. So you know how to multiply the roots by 2? By multiplying the coefficients by 1, 2, 2 square, 2 cube and so on. So these are some kind of the mixture of the previous 3 transformations. You have to apply your logic. Do not do by taking this as y, that will take a lot of time. Instead, go for this. After this, reversing is very easy. Reversing is very easy just by reciprocating is very easy just by reversing the coefficients, and multiplying the roots by 2 is again very easy just by multiplying the coefficients by 1, 2, 2 square and so on. So that's all for today. If you have any doubts, anything, please ask. Thank you.